spirit of linebacker Sam Mills lives on in 2 words. And the sounding of the drum reminds every Panther to keep pounding as they get ready for a fight here at Charlotte's Bank of America Stadium. Up next, we'll keep it within the NFC for this game between the New York Giants and the Carolina Panthers.
Please welcome your 2027 Carolina.
On the Giants sideline, there's a look at their head coach, Brian Dable. His guys hoping that one loss last week doesn't become 2 here. Facing off with him, that's the head coach of the Panthers. These guys more than motivated for this contest, ready to take the field here at home. Throwing now on first down. And his first offering of the game lines up incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So that brings up second down. All right, partner, testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is
to win it. And he's going to be brought down right at the 35. A gain of 15 there. And it's good for a New York first down. All set to go now from the 35.
A gain of 15. First down, New York.
Pass play on first and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. From the gun, it's Tracy. And he takes it across midfield and into Panthers territory. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Throwing now off the play action. Completed over the middle. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. Offense already looking like they're at mid-game form. They've got it down to the 32.
First and 10 at the 32.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And this is going to go for about an 8-yard pickup as he takes him inside the 30-yard line. It's a solid pickup of 9 yards, and that brings us to the end of our first quarter. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. It's Tracy on second down. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, that is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
they really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of the series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
Pushes it towards his running back, but it's going to wind up incomplete. That brings up fourth down. And they apparently don't want a field goal to start this game. They want 6. They're going for it. They're going to throw for it on fourth. Short pass brought in. And he's out of bounds a mile from that marker. This is going to be a turnover on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything. And boy, did they ever attack it.
The offense about set to take over now, and here's their quarterback out to lead them to the line.
And all those touchdowns he had last week, Kate, he traded every one of them in exchange for a victory.
The Giants and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And they're playing with a chance to take the lead right here. Get a nice little cushion in what has been an otherwise really close game.
Yeah, and really the mindset, Kate, is this has got to be the drive. When you break the huddle, you look at each other and say, right now, these are the moments that tilt the game in our favor. Because you know if you don't get it done, you've given your opponent that opportunity.
Hits him on the out route. And he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
It's It's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
A handoff to Tracy. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Has a man on target to Johnson. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. New set of downs from 37. To the air now on 1st and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now it's 2nd down. Pass play coming here. Pressure coming, and they take him down. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends him backwards ahead of 3rd down.
A loss of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Pass complete to Robinson. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. 3rd and 18 kills most drives, right? But they find an opening and hit it to pick up the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back to throw. The throw left side finds Johnson. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. And we are still scoreless in this one as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More coming up from Bank of America Stadium. Stick around. 2nd and 3 now. Looking in the air here. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
So for those of you keeping track, we get a solid completion for decent yardage on 1st, and then we go backwards on 2nd. Kate, I guess we got a quality rubber match right here on 3rd down.
Has a man downfield. This is Robinson. And he's down to almost, nope, they're actually going to give him the 30 here. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here's a throw. He finds Johnson. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. They go heavy on this 1st and goal. 3 tight ends in the formation.
Giants, first down. 1st and goal, New York.
From the red zone now. And he has the catch. Gets both feet in. That's a touchdown. The Giants get some late points and the lead. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called,
Giants ready for their next series. Let out on offense by their quarterback. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the 3rd. Start on the ground here, Tracy. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. First down from the 42.
Let's go now.
They go right back to Tracy. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
It's a 45-yard line.
Pass play now. It isn't holding up. There drop it! And it'll be third down coming up after this defense's third sack of the game.
A loss of 9 yards. It's third down. Third and 15.
Third and long for him here. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up.
Kobe Bryant on the cover.
Giants headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
This one misses the tight end. And that'll bring up second down.
Kobe Bryant on the coverage.
Back to throw. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. First and 10 now from the 46. A give to Tracy up the middle. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Second and 10, here he is to throw. Into traffic, complete! And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's the Giants with the ball, trying to close out what would currently be a win. Third and just 2 to go. Here he is on third and short. Pass brought in by Slayton. And he works this to the 38 before going down. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps the stride moving.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on it, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat, throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Give him 13 on that play. And the Giants are going to have the first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They are throwing it again. Knocked away, and that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, and brings up second down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
Looking to throw on third. It's a big strike here to Fedoni. He does it! Touchdown, New York! The Giants now lead by 10. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this two-score lead.
Giants are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Here's Tracy on first down. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be second down. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. First down run netted them nothing. Here is second and 10.
Let's go now.
Here's Tracy once more. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its second. Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Tracy. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. Now the Panthers decide to spend their third and final timeout. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. It's Tracy on the carry. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player. As they head out to check on, looks like an injured Panther. Extra DB out there for the Panthers. 3rd down. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. It's on target to Johnson. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. An excellent gain. 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. All right, they look set now. Here we go. 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Go!
Running this with Tracy. And it's a gain of 5 as we've reached our 2-minute warning. So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd.
Let's go!
Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he has the Giants' first down. And it's indeed a giant one, partner. That locks up this victory.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger. But that back remains hungry.
Just 1 yard on 1st and goal. Still 4 yards to go on 2nd.
Guessing everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure wanted a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
Tracy. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. It's a gain of 3. That leaves him only a yard shy on 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
He tries to sneak it, and he's in for the touchdown. The Giants make it a 3-score game in the 4th. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
It's a win for the visiting Giants. And just a week after being soundly defeated, they're back out there playing a much better brand of football. Short memories prevail, Brock, as they move past that loss and get back to some winning football.